Welcome back to Speller Tutorial Services. Today we're going to talk about even functions. There are a couple of ways to tell if a function is even. One way is to visually look at the function. The second way is to use algebraic methods to actually evaluate what you have to find out if it's an even function. Let's take this function that I have described here. F of x is equal to x to the fourth power plus x squared minus 1. I've already graphed this function, so let's take a look at it. The function is a parabola. This parabola we see has an axis of symmetry along the y-axis. If a function is symmetric with respect to the y-axis, then we know that the function is an even function. Here we see that if I fold the right-hand side of this function along the y-axis, it's going to overlay or fall exactly on the left-hand side of this function. So I can tell visually that this function here is, in fact, an even function. Let's go back to our scratch pad and see if we can prove that it's even algebraically. To prove that a function is even algebraically, that means we take the original function that we started with and we input a negative value. If the negative value returns or has an output of the function that we started with, then we know that the function is, in fact, an even function. Let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to take f of negative x, which means everywhere that I see x, I'm going to replace it with negative x. So I have the quantity negative x raised to the fourth power plus the quantity negative x raised to the second power minus 1. I need to evaluate each one of these terms. I know that whenever I have a quantity that's negative and it's raised to an even power, that the output or the outcome is actually going to be positive. So x to the negative fourth, or negative x raised to the fourth power is actually x to the fourth. And here I have negative x, the quantity, raised to the second power, and I know that's just going to become x squared. And I rewrite the end of it, minus 1. Nothing left to evaluate. And I see that when I input the negative x, my output is the exact same as the original function that I have described here. So here I can justify visually and algebraically that the function x to the fourth power plus x squared minus 1 is even. Thank you for looking at another Speller Tutorial Services video. Please subscribe to our YouTube page or also come by and fan us on our Facebook page. Thank you.